I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and previously worked in Conestoga College and Mohawk College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. Welcome to our daily live Q&A session streamed to our social media channels. As always, the Zoom link is a permanent Zoom link, 24/7 virtual office, and I'm here usually from 9 a.m. till 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock, we will log this Zoom. So if you guys have any queries regarding study or immigration to Canada, please join the Zoom session for free consultation. So I was just talking to Safia here. So Safia, we were discussing about your sister-in-law. So if she's interested in early childhood education, so we work with a, I'll just show you yesterday, I think I did a video about BCPNP, okay? Occupations. Here, if you look into the BCPNP occupations, they have tech pathway and also healthcare pathway and child care occupations. So early childhood educators and assistants are in the shortage occupation list, and applicants who graduate and also have a job as an early childhood educator and assistant. If you have a job and your employer is supporting you with the employment documents, you can apply for the BCPNP. So if you look at the BCPNP laws, let me see if I can find this here. So invitations. So usually about 4 draws every month. So 18 invitations were issued with a score of about 60. Pretty basic to get 60. Childcare, early childhood educators and assistants. And also, if you look into the June 13th draw as well, there's also 23 early childhood educators, and also on June 6th, right? You priority occupations, healthcare, early childhood education's 24 here, 18 here, 24 and 23 and 17. So every month, usually about 4 draws and about 80 to 100 people are invited under the BCPNP under this program. So good option if your sister-in-law has BA and has work experience in teaching, she can look into that. And we work with the university called Trinity Western University in British Columbia, Langley. Very beautiful place. I'll show you a short video about the university. They have a 2 years master's in education leadership. The tuition fees is just about $30,000 for a 2-year program, which can be graduated in about 18 months. And we have hundreds of students who have successfully graduated from that program. I'll just show you a short video here. If you look in, so we're a very nice university, and we've been working with them for almost about 4 years now. I think 3 to 4 years. Yeah, so this is Trinity Western University. I'll show you a short video and you can take it.
Established in 1962, TWU's main campus is located in Langley, British Columbia, just a short drive from Vancouver and right next to historic Fort Langley, a picturesque university town located on the banks of the Fraser River. In addition to its Langley campus, TWU offers programs through its Richmond campus, the historic Laurentian Leadership Center in Ottawa, a satellite campus in Bellingham, Washington, and the Crow's Nest Ecological Research Center located on BC's Salt Spring Island. Trinity Western is committed to providing transformational education. Focusing on the liberal arts, sciences, and professional studies, TWU emphasizes excellence in academics and research, all of which is founded upon a thriving Christ-centered community. With a focus on faith-integrated studies and hundreds of student leadership opportunities, it's uniquely positioned to offer students a vibrant life both in and out of the classroom. TWU features 48 undergraduate degrees and 19 graduate degree programs, including business administration, nursing, counseling psychology, education, worship arts, and more. It also offers continuing education and leadership development through certificate and online learning programs. Trinity Western is also home to the Spartans Athletics program, whose world-class teams have captured national championships in volleyball, soccer, hockey, track and field, and in 2019 it launched its new rugby program. Many Spartans athletes have also gone on to represent Canada worldwide in the Olympics and on national teams. The fulfillment of TWU's mission is reflected in the exceptional quality of its over 30,000 alumni who have graduated and entered the global marketplace, drawing on their university education and experience to have a transformational impact on culture. At Trinity Western University, it's not just what you do, it's who you become.
So great university, beautiful location. It's like, if you look into Abbotsford and all the area out there, it looks like Switzerland. Very nice, beautiful place. So, it has to be a planned process, not just आपको हजारों सब एजेंट मिलेंगे इंडिया में आज के दिन में तो हर कुत्ता सब एजेंट बैठा हुआ है. There are people who don't even speak proper English, who never traveled abroad. They are working in the industry as sub-agents and sending students, God knows why and where. So I would definitely advise your sister-in-law. She's a very capable person. She has done, very good in education. She has a master's already. She's doing a B.Ed. So great opportunity for her to study. But I would definitely advise her to have a proper job if it is possible, right? That will definitely give better career prospects from the job perspective. From the PR perspective, she will have additional points. You understand how to calculate the CRS score, Safia?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So add 1 year score and you'll see the difference, right? Coming
Okay.
here is only one step, but achieving PR is also a path which has to be very planned, because back those days when the numbers were low, it was okay, everybody would get PR. But now, if we are considering that there are more than 5 lakh people coming here to Canada, international students, and they are just about, the target for different programs, economic and immigration program, not all students, unless they plan properly, will get the PR. Eventually, they will get, there is federal program, PNP options if they plan things properly. But for your sister-in-law, yes, we'll be happy to help her. Uh, while she gets her IELTS, have a job, get into a job for the sake of, work experience. Every employer will actually appreciate people with work experience.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, one last question. Like, she is more into teaching. So, the course which you are saying, leadership education, would it allow her to get into this teaching field?
So in Canada, teaching is a regulated profession. So every province has its own license. If she's able to get the license for the teaching, she will be able to work. So she will have to work externally. This is only an add-on education. This is not giving her a license. She will, as an internationally educated professional, she will have to apply for the provincial body and get her license for teaching as a teaching professional.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so
Okay.
much for addressing my questions.
You're welcome. Betty, what do you do, Safiya?
Here, I'm
Hello.
doing PG
Hello.
diploma in global business management.
Okay. And where are you studying, Betty? Which college?
Georgian in downtown campus,
In
Toronto.
downtown campus. We work with Georgian, we work with Fleming. In fact, today there was a meeting at 5 o'clock with ILAC Fleming. There's a new campus opening and I was invited, so thinking if I should go or not. Yeah, but
Oh,
sure, let me know if you need any help with the second program. I'm an RCIC, Regulated Canadian Immigration Consultant, and we support our students. We support our students extensively from the study visa till the
yeah, my
immigrant.
friend, she recommended you, sir. She
खाना
said
गरम है
CIP, they are
खाना
doing great job.
हाँ
Yeah, sorry, guys, if you are, please mute your microphones if you're not talking, please. Okay. Yeah, so, well, nice talking to you, Betty. Reach out to me if you need any
Same
help,
here.
okay?
Sure, sir. I'll discuss the plan with my brother and sister-in-law and get back to you. Thank you so
Sure, take
much.
care. You're welcome, yeah.
You too.
Sayed, you, Umas, and Sai, two of you, any of you, please. Sayed?
hello good morning sir, how are you?
I'm good, Sayed. आप कैसे हो?
Yeah, मैं ठीक हूँ. My cousin brother has recommended you to I'm pursuing my masters in USA as of now, so I want to apply for Canada PR, and one my brother has like citizen over there, and he said me cousin, and he said me to ping you come at 9 to 12 at the meeting. He shared me with the meeting, and you can resolve your queries. So I just wanted to know how to apply for Canada PR and what's the eligibility criteria. And I just needed some guidance from your end. So I done my double masters, but the thing is that I have checked my CRS score, but it's showing 400. And the overall experience, including my studies, I have 3 years experience in Accenture company, and I done my master's in MBA in IT information technology. And here I'm pursuing my master's in MSBA in business analyst. Then I have an experience of
Which
3 years in 1 year
university?
is in banking sector, Lawrence Tech,
Lawrence Tech. Okay,
Michigan. Yeah.
Michigan. Yes, it's just across for us. Uh,
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. So I just wanted to know that whether they included only 3 years of if suppose I have 6 years experience, whether they included only 3 years experience consider, or they used to give 6 years experience of points they used to consider. I just wanted to know about this. And one more thing, if I have double masters, would they consider as a double masters, or only one master they would select it?
okay, so but just to understand, what was your thought process when you went to the US?
I didn't get you.
I mean, why did you choose US? What happened? Why didn't you come here to Canada? You could directly get in. So what was the reason why you went to the US?
Okay. Huh. The thing is that I suddenly suddenly I was there is more rejections from the Canada, so I was scared about it, that
Not
I
really,
was
better.
wasting my time. What
Not
thought
really.
instead of
Say it
that?
better. Not really. See, I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and we have been in this industry for 23 years. I worked for
So
the
I did not
US, I
get.
worked for the UK, I was the head of South Asia in Mohawk College. So we have almost for South India, we have about 80% approval, not even more. So the reason why I'm asking is, unfortunately, there are so many people who end up without doing the homework and without understanding the complications. For example, it's not for you, but just for the knowledge of all the other people out there. So, guys, if you are planning to the US, remember. So, you are you on your three-year OPT now? Say it. Say it. Are you on
No,
your
I'm
OPT?
yeah, I can hear you. The thing, I was just now I started my master's here in February. I'm going to complete it 2024. I'm going to complete my master's over here. Then I'm planning to move Canada as a PR.
Okay, so let me explain to you. For all the people who are considering US, so there are more than 5 lakh people who go to the US, and from India alone, more than almost about 2 to 3 lakh students go to the US. So every year, the US government only issues, so after study, students first go on the H1 for the F1 visa, right? After the F1 visa, if you are
Yes.
studying a STEM program, international students in the US will get a 3-year OPT. If they are from a business background, they will only get a 1-year post-study work permit. In the US, they call it OPT, optional training. So there are only 20,000. So more than 2 lakh students come to Canada, just to US from India, but there are only 20,000 H1B visas for students who graduated masters. So only 20,000. And there
Exactly
is a
true.
general, yeah, there is also a general 65,000 H1B visas. For example, Facebook, Google, Amazon, and all the big companies want to bring in higher end skilled professionals. So they bring on 65, they're only 65,000. Total quota is 85. Out of this 85, 20,000 is only 20,000 is for master students. 65,000 is for general, and out of the 65,000 there is also an additional quota 6,800 visas are set aside every year for an agreement between US and the government of Chile and US and Singapore. So out of 65,000, you remove 6,800, you hardly have about 58,000, right? So this is, kindly request to mute yourself,
Yeah.
guys, whoever is out there. So this is the reality. And what has happened this year? So for this 60,000 less 8, so minus 6,800 from this 85,000. So just less than about 70,000, they have 70,000 UCIS, United States UCC, Citizenship and Immigration Services. They received registration of 7,80,000 registrations. And from these 7,80,000, 7,58 were eligible registrations. And 350 were unique registration. What happened this time? If you look into previous years, right? On 4,74,000. This year there were 7 lakhs. So what happened was all our Desi people, unfortunately, majority, I'm not again pointing at fingers. What they have done is they submitted multiple applications. So one applicant submitting 2 employees, 3 employees, multiple applications. So the US government is cracking on them. So here, if you see measures to combat fraud in the registration process. So we remind the public that at the time of each registration is submitted, each prospective petitioner, the employer is required to sign an attestation under the penalty of perjury. So if they lie and if they provide wrong evidence, they will be criminal. They will have criminal complications. So all the information in the contained in the registration submission is complete, true, and correct. There's a huge problem in the US, especially with international students, fake work experience. So if you or your employer are caught providing fake work experience, you will be subject to criminal action, right? Registration reflect a legitimate job offer. This is also very important because there are criminal elements who are who are giving fake, taking money and coming up with this fake job offers. That is also an issue out there, right? And also the registrant of the organization or whose behalf the registration is being submitted has not worked with or agreed to work with another registrant or petitioner or agent or other individual. So a person, and if an employer is submitting a H-1B petition for a candidate, it should only be one petition. So all these duplicate petitions, they will have serious consequences. So, but again, getting back, for just about 70 change, 303,50,000 have approved, have submitted the application. So what happens is the US government conducts a lottery. So they only choose about 80,000 H-1Bs. The rest of the people who did not get, they have to try next year. So what happens in the US is majority of the students who go to the US, international students, they do 50% of them at least do 2 masters. So first time they do masters, then they go for 3 years OPT, then they go for a second master. So 2 years, 3 years OPT, 2 years CPT. So 7 years, 50% of them are on study visa, on F1 study visa, just waiting for the H-1B to get picked up. So guys, if you are planning to go abroad, yesterday I talked to a guy and he had absolutely no clue about what is H-1B visa quota, and yet he was planning to go to the US. So guys, this is very important. If you are an international student and if you are planning to go abroad, please don't fall to all the scam sub-agents in India. You have to educate yourself. There are a lot of people who, UK, huge numbers. But again, you have to understand the process. UK requires post-study. You require an employer also to submit for the highly skilled visa. Very difficult. Not many employees usually want to do it. And most of them return back after spending 3 to 5 years and a lot of money. Okay. So getting back to Syed, your situation, right? Your first question you asked, you only get masters ke liye, you only get 30 points. You don't get points for double masters. Even if you do 2 masters, 3 masters, or 4 masters, it is still the same. Okay. And so basically, how do you get the points?
Okay.
Points 29 tak you get age. So express entry is a point-based system. And you get points for the following criteria. Age 29, you get the maximum points. Okay. Then advisable to have at least masters. So if you are not in Canada, overseas, and planning to get direct immigration under the federal skilled worker program, please note these are the criteria. Age, you should not exceed more than 29. After 29, you will lose points, -5 points for every year. Okay, 29 maximum. Advisable to have at least masters. 3 years work experience will give you maximum points. So even if you work 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, still the same. 3 years is the cap, and you get maximum points for 3+ years, maximum points. So age, education, masters, 3 years plus work experience. And the most critical part is the language proficiency, IELTS 8777 or higher. So this is important. IELTS 8777 or
IELTS,
higher.
how
You can
much?
take IELTS,
IELTS,
you
how
can
much?
take 8777 or higher. Max is 9. Okay. You also get additional
Okay.
points because your brother is a permanent resident here in Canada. You also get additional 15 points because of your brother. Is he your
But
own
he's
brother
not
or a
my
cousin?
own. He's not my
Then
own
you will
brother.
not
He's
get.
my
So
cousin.
if you have siblings here,
Yeah, I
own,
have seen that.
but yeah, so you will get 15 points, and you also get additional points if you have French language. And you will also get additional points if you have a provincial nomination. Usually, except Saskatchewan, provincial nomination is if you have an employer supporting you, you will get 600 additional points. So in your situation, say if you do not have, so you have work experience back home, what is your age? What is your age, Sayed?
24.
You're 24, so your age is good. You will complete your master's, that is good. You will have work experience. So what is missing is 8777 or higher in English. Okay, so
Okay,
what is happening
8777.
in, yes, 8777 or higher. So in India, there are so many, there are so many fake immigration consultants. What is an immigration? By law in Canada, only immigration lawyers, regulated Canadian immigration consultants like me are considered legal professionals who can provide immigration advice. But in India, every damn crook has opened an immigration office out there. So again, we want, so what they do is they don't tell you. They'll tell you, yes, you will get your PR, come on, register, pay 50,000 rupees, pay 1 lakh rupees. And they will say, okay, register. But what they will not tell you is that you will have to score 8 or higher in IELTS. So basically, they will create a profile, they will do all this, and they are not even authorized to do it. They'll make you pay 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. You will be in the pool waiting, and nothing will happen. Okay, so don't pay anybody and don't start your
Yes,
process
exactly.
until you have your IELTS and score 8 or higher. So guys, if you are planning, there's a video which I did. I'm not a big YouTuber, but we have a instructional video. If you go to our YouTube channel here, there is a video I did previously. This is our YouTube channel here. And this video, yeah, so if you want to check your CRS code, please go here and you can check your CRS code. So unless and until you are around 470 to 480, it doesn't make sense registering for your Express Entry profile. Okay, so look into this first, check your CRS code, and then decide if it makes sense. Okay, so in your situation, Beta Sayed, what you have to do is, one, get your IELTS as soon as possible. That is something which is very, very important. And if you are able to score about 460 to 470, maybe you'll have a chance if you are an IT professional. What was your job in India back home? Okay, so Canada has a targeted draw from this summer. And if you are an IT professional, if you look into this recently, IRCC started this targeted draws. So So category-based selection.
Yeah.
What was your profession back home?
I work for the digital management in Accenture.
So okay, if you find a job in IT, look, yeah. So this is basically who is eligible to be eligible
Okay.
for an invitation through category-based. You should meet the criteria of all the express entry, whatever program you're, there's federal skill program, CEC program, provincial nominee program, and uh, science, tech, and engineering. These are the jobs here. And you should have accumulated in the last 3 years, you should have 6 months of continuous work experience in a single occupation listed below. Okay. So read about this as well. So in your situation, two
Can I get
options
this
are
link?
there.
Can I get
Yes.
this link?
Yes. So yeah, I will also send you a couple of other links. So this is a permanent Zoom link, and this is active every day, 24/7. But I'm here, Canada team is here from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Toronto time. There is also a WhatsApp group and Facebook group. We have about 54,000, 55,000 in a Facebook group and Facebook page and Instagram. Okay. So two options, but I'll give you a very simple summary of what you should do. One, you should focus on getting your IELTS 8 or higher. If you are unable to get 8 or higher, and if you want to do, what you could do is you could study 8 months course here, 1 year, one academic year program here in Canada, and that will give you additional points, which will boost your CRS score. And Canadian, you will also, so in Canada, if international student studies for 1 year, they will be eligible for 1 year post-study work permit, no strings attached. In the US, you have to find a job in a program which is relevant to your education, right? In Canada, everybody will get their post-study work permit. Okay.
अरे जरा मैं बात
So,
करूं.
yeah, so in Canada, 1 year study, 1+1. If you study for 2 years, 2 1-year programs, you can you can get 3-year post-study work permit. So 1+1 or 3 years. Okay, 1+1 or 2 years will give you 3 years post-study work permit, right? So this is important, and yeah. So yeah, Sandeep, yes, I will pass you the details. Okay. So what you could do is one, IELTS, work on your English proficiency. Second, work on, you could study a project management or any IT specific program and take it forward from there. Okay. So I kindly request all the people who have joined the Zoom meeting to post a short message, your name and the city you are from, and we will follow the order of the messages posted. So I just talked to Syed, and the next person is Amar. Amar, yes, Amar?
Hey, good morning, sir. How are you?
Amar, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, Amar. So you want to apply with visitor visa for your family. So what is your status here in Canada?
I'm on my work permit. As of now, I am going to prepare for my IELTS. I have my 1 year of CEC, more than 1 year completed already. So I'm just preparing.
Amar, you are from Kitchener, Amar?
Correct, yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We did your wife spouse open work permit, right?
Correct. Yes. So
and you came to our party. I was actually thinking about you. Where are you? How are you? How are things working out for you?
It's all good. I saw that you had this amazing, summer yacht party in Toronto, but I couldn't come. I wanted to come, but I was at work. It was on Friday, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
I know. So, weekend the boat is very expensive, but I'll try to do it next time during the weekend.
It makes sense. It was still good, but also, on Fridays they want me to come to the office. They've made it mandatory so that people are coming to the office as well. So yeah. Anyway, I'll definitely look forward for seeing you in time else.
And how is your wife settling down after coming here?
Yeah,
she got a job?
Yeah, she's got a job, but it's not like any knock B or any knock, but it's like a normal customers because at this point it's so difficult to get a job or something like that. So but it's fine. I mean, she's busy. She has a job, and then she's making some more network and all that. So she can probably get something else.
What is her job title, Amar, and salary?
Right now, she is a customer service representative, and I've looked for knock codes and all that. I don't think it falls in any of the knock A, B, or O, nothing of that sort.
And what is her
And
salary?
it's 16.5 or so per hour. It's the hourly thing. It's not like per annum or something.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking is, find your status, your family status here in Canada, your spouse is important, and also your parents. So generally, when you have studied, when you are a student, it's 50-50, but when you're on a postgraduate work permit or already a permanent resident, the chances of visa approval are very high. Usually when you are a PR, it is very easy. When you are on a postgraduate work permit, it it still has a higher chances. But what is important? Three things are very important, Amar. One, ties to home country, very important. Financials, very important of your parents. And third, if they have any travel history.
Yeah, this is not for my parents, by the way, because my parents have visitor visa already. They have
It's for
visited already.
in-laws?
This is for my elder sister and two kids, and her two kids, my
Elder
niece and
sister
nephews.
and good. So same as well applies. What is her job? Financials, ties to home country, and any travel history. And आपके जीजा जी क्या करते हैं?
He's in Saudi Arabia. He's an electrical engineer plus inspector.
Okay. Does he already have visitor visa to Canada? Is he applying or not applying?
He doesn't want to apply either, but because he is in Saudi and all that. So I mean, we can provide his documents and all that and all of that. So basically, the intention would be like they want to visit me and my other sister in Vancouver, who's like a permanent resident. So we could probably.
Oh, you have another sister here in Vancouver. Okay, that's nice.
She's in Vancouver. So her husband is trying to clear the dental exam, which is quite. He actually recently left his job because his license exam is in August. So this is last week to work. So they're preparing for that. So it would be probably like we could actually show an itinerary to that. It would be for like 3 weeks. So 2 weeks they'll be here in Kitchener and they'll be visiting around like Toronto and all.
Does she have any travel history, Amar?
She has travel history. She has been to Saudi, Dubai, and the Middle East. Not anywhere else, North America or Europe, not of that. But Middle East, she has more than a few stamps on her passport and visas and all of that.
Okay, that's good. Okay, sure. I'll connect Shivani from my team. Let me see if I have your number, Amar.
Yeah, is Shivani from Hyderabad or she's from?
She's from Canada.
Okay. Do you want to assign someone from Hyderabad because my father can give all the documents and all that.
Okay, then I can connect. I can connect with Sohan from our Hyderabad team.
Okay, anyone from Hyderabad because I worked with Uma and Sir, and so they've been all nice to work with. So anyone from Hyderabad should be okay.
Yeah. So it's 2809, right? Same number. Last 4 digits. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. Come home, Amar. I live in Cambridge. Some weekend, come home with your spouse. I have some thoughts, about some opportunities. Let's connect. So, Amar, for all the people who are checking in, Amar is an international student who graduated from Fanshawe College, right, Amar?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah. So, Amar, if you can just spare a few more minutes, are you comfortable switching on your video?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah, I can do that. I'll just turn on the light because I'm just working from home today.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry to.
That's
Yeah. So this is Amar. Amar is very nice. One of our clients for spouse open work permit. So Amar, just a few minutes about your experience as an international student in Fanshawe College and post study, right? How is Canada for you? Was it a good decision for you to come to Canada?
Timing for me was right. Initially, everything was happening around the COVID time. I was deferred to a lot of different next intakes because there was border closure and all of that, and my parents were really hesitant. I took a flight from India to Canada. It took me 35 hours because there was only that India flight going, the bubble flights and all of that, air bubble or something. but I had to come in because they were wanting and they were not wanting students to come to Canada to, give them the allowance to pursue their courses or so. So anyway, I came into Canada, and my 2 semesters were completed in India itself. So it was pretty short for me. And the next course that I had, like I had 2 courses from Pancho 1+1. And the good part, the other course, the second course which I had was a co-op course. And I cannot emphasize this enough how important co-op is, because I got the co-op and that co-op turned into a full time. I mean, before the
That
end of
is so nice.
the
Congratulations. So,
exactly.
what was the program you studied in Fanshawe, the second program?
My first program was ISM, Information Security Management. That didn't have a co-op. The next program, however, Network Security Architecture, that had a 4-month co-op. So I did courses for 8 months. I mean, course for 8 months, and the last semester was co-op. And then I got a co-op in Cambridge in an automotive company. And then they were looking to grow their IT team, so they offered me a full-time position when my co-op was pretty much ending. So before I even graduated, I had my offer letter for a full-time job. I just applied for my PWP, and then I started working full-time right from then. And it took me a while to get my work permit. So that was 6 months after that. And then during that period, I went to India to get married. And then I came back fairly quick, and then my job and my financials were all good. I had, good standing in my account, and CIP definitely helped me to get my wife. Even for my wife, like open work from it came in very fairly quickly. It was Uma and Anil sir from Hyderabad who was assisting me in this,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that came within 2 months. Like, after biometrics, it was just 2 months, and then she came in within the same year last year, and it's been like 7 to 8 months already that she's here.
That's
So
nice.
now
Yeah.
our next step is PR, and yeah, we're almost there.
Your English is good. You have work experience, should be fine. So, Amar, how was your experience studying full time after you came here? You've been through a very difficult time with the COVID, but how did you manage your studies and part-time job?
The good part was that I luckily got a job which was remote, because around that time in COVID, everything was shut down and there were very hardly any jobs or something, very limited jobs, too, for like, any emergency services or stuff like that. So I luckily got a customer support job, which my wife is doing too at the same time. So that really helped me because I was doing everything from home. I was studying from home, doing my exams and all that. I never even have seen Fanshawe College in person or attended any class.
Is
So
it?
I only went there once to get my student ID, and that's it. So never did I ever go, because even the
Interesting.
convocation that was happening in 2021, they had it all online. So this even sent the degree home. So so it was fine. Otherwise, it was nice studying in the Canadian atmosphere and all that. It was very professional and it's very practical, especially the second course, which was more practical. It kind of gets you ready for the job, is what I felt. Like, the co-op too, they put me in the market, and right from there, and once you have the Canadian experience and you have the knowledge of whatever expertise or whatever field you are in, you wouldn't be like short of job, or even if you are, it wouldn't be too long for you to be like caught up with something.
That is very nice. To be honest, you have such very good, good communication skills and professionally you're successful. You should start an Instagram channel or a YouTube channel. You could be such a good mentor to all the people. We have so many people doing this Instagram videos, but I don't remember seeing anybody from our Hyderabadi Muslim community showing, the path to all the students out there.
I
Right?
really want to do it, but it's so hard. Like, I work like Monday to Friday. Sometimes I work a little extra too. Plus now I'm starting a family, so it gets so hectic here. I barely have time to talk to my family back home. So
I
I'm
know,
like
I
very
know,
short
but
out for
good job.
weeks.
I'm very happy that you've done it. So let me connect you with.
Journey is a bit of struggle, but I can say that once after you invest some time and some efforts and all that, it starts to be worth it. You start to see all the effort that you put in and all that. I see a lot of students these days. I have some cousins and some friends or someone who landed recently, and I see that they're struggling for jobs and all that. I mean, they're trying their best. They're like working. They're trying to work whatever they can. They're trying to like study and then catch up with that and all that. So hats off to all those people. And I could just say this one thing, that whatever time and effort that you guys are putting in, it will be rewarded like one fine day, especially in Canada. Like, it won't go like, blinded here.
That is so nice to hear. And how was your journey post-study, right? You mentioned that you had a co-op and that landed you in a full-time position. But how do you feel the job work culture, if you had any work experience
It's
compared to
really
India?
professional. I worked in professional in India too, but I mean, if you're a junior starting from scratch in India, things can be a little difficult for you. It could be the environment or your team or something like that. It depends. Like for me, it wasn't the best experience in India because I was starting as a fresher and I was working in a team where they were all seniors. So I was made it, I was made, yeah, I felt that, I was a junior in that team. But here, even when I was starting and I was still learning, I wasn't felt that, my mentors were really good. My team was really good. They didn't let me feel that I was a junior starting from scratch or something. I mean, they're really encouraging. And then it's a very professional work. Like, they don't do any micromanagement. They just want the work to be done. That's how they don't care what time you come, what time you leave, and all of that. So that professionalism, I really appreciate it. So yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, that's very important. It's important to have fun with your job, and that's important as well. So let me connect you with Uma, and I think if you're already in touch with Uma, please just give her a call, and she will take it forward.
Okay. Sure, definitely. And maybe sometime, I'll come down with my wife to your house and then we can say hello and then,
Sure.
in that
I
regard.
live in Cambridge on the other side, basically. Maple Grove, Maple Grove on Cambridge.
Yes, near Low Blows and then Toyota, right? Basically.
Exactly. So if you just drive straight, there is a new community called Rivermill community. It's a huge community, new community. This is where I
Townhouses
live.
and all the houses, right?
Yes, all the new houses here.
Okay, yeah. That's way close.
Sure.
That's like 12 minutes away from my house. So definitely, I'll let you know sometime and then
Sure.
we'll come by. Me and my wife.
Sure.
All right.
Take care.
So
My
I'll
pleasure
reach out
talking to you. Yeah.
yeah, definitely always. And you can let Uma know that, I'll be reaching out to her and then we can start it from there.
Yeah. It's good that she is applying with her kids and husband does not have a Canadian visa. But again, in general, is she working or a full-time mom?
She recently moved to India earlier this year. So she is working like, from the past 3 months since the, kids have their vacation, the summer vacation. So we can show some like, some experience for the past 3 to 4 months.
Where is she working, Amma?
She is working, what do you say? It's like a local administrative company that she's working for. So she's like a data entry and all that, like, kind of like receptionist, data entry and all that. So she has to like, whatever calls come in, she have to write down all the leads and all that and provide it to the marketing and all of that.
Is it? Okay. Okay. How old is she?
She is around probably like in her early 30s, I could say 30, less than 35, 32, 35.
Okay. Is her English as good as yours?
She's okay. She's decent. Yeah. She doesn't have her IELTS though.
Yeah. Okay. So when she's working, has a decent salary, it is good. It shows ties to home country as well. Okay.
And
Sure.
yeah, and for the financials part, I will be showing, we'll be getting like this, what do you say, like the CA evaluation for her. And then
Yes. So it's important to show your financials, your Jijaji's financials, and if she has any money on her name and assets in India, family assets on her name on the family, it is important to show the CA as well. Generally, I think about 70 to 80% should be approved, 20% is bad luck. But she's not traveling with her entire family. Jijaji is in Saudi, and you have you yourself and your sister. So I'm pretty much positive that it should work out. But obviously,
given the entire itinerary that it won't be more than 3 weeks. How about minors? Are there any specific things that has to be done for minors? Like any special factors or so for minors? Because one is probably just 4 years toddler, and then the other one is 8 years. So any
no
specific
issues with minors. Nothing to worry about the minors. Okay.
Okay, sure, definitely. I'll reach out to one. Nice talking to you.
And your sister is working full time, and she plans to work full time.
My sister in Hyderabad.
Yes.
I mean, she is. I mean, depending on kids. Right now, the kids are home, so they have like people looking after kids. But maybe once the school starts, she might reduce the hours if she can, or probably like see how she can manage.
Okay. Okay. We have some positions in the Hyderabad office, so that is the reason I was asking as well.
Okay, so they're like in office, right? In
office.
What do you say?
In office.
And how about like, are you looking for people to like grow in your Canadian team as well? Because my wife has worked for a few consultancies.
I know. Let's connect and we'll talk.
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure. See, for us, very important, Yahan Amar, support services, we don't make money. $250, 300, $150. It only supports the salaries. So what we need is we need people who are good in social media. So basically, Canada team is one only to support, but also they can give the reality of life here,
Correct.
right? So
Exactly.
that is very important. So we might hire people, but again, majority of the people who are in our CIP Canada team, they're actually our students and our former CIP staff.
Correct. Yeah.
Sandeep worked in CIP. Uma was a student in CIP, and she actually might also come soon. And Nihil from CIP, Shiva was, yeah, she actually studied in Conestoga College previously.
Okay. Didn't know that. Okay.
Yes, she lived here, but unfortunately her dad got sick, so she went back home. And thankfully, the government has given the 18-month extension, so she's getting this 18-month extension.
That's nice. That's nice. Good for her. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's take it forward, and happy to connect with you guys, and we'll talk on all the different topics.
All right. Take care.
Thanks for your time. Bye. And one last advice, Amar. Uh, like is as you mentioned, but getting back, if you compare US and Canada, what would you given your experience in Canada, you would you advise people to consider Canada? Because all the people from South India, especially from our Telugu states, are all stuck onto the US.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have this space for US. I mean, honestly, US isn't a bad option, especially, I would get paid the same amount, like, the per annum, whatever.
But the
100K or
problem
whatever.
is the settlement, they don't understand that part.
Exactly. If you get someone who you can marry and then they can help you with that, then I would definitely advise that. But otherwise, I mean, it's a bit of struggle and it's a risk too. Like you're investing so much and all that, you suddenly lose a job on H1B. And if you don't get another job within that same time period, then you
60
have
days.
no other option to go back. And then you don't have any option, like either to go back or how are you going to be legal and then how are you going to clear that status? Like it will take you forever or who knows what's going to happen. But here, at least you have the certainty that, you have this timeline. Okay, the countdown has begun 3 years or 1 to 2 years. You know that you will do whatever you can. You'll try to find a job. You'll try to work hard or try to get anything because you know that time is running. There in Canada, like okay, even if you have a job on H1B, what happens if you lose that job? Are you gonna find a job for 2 months when people are not getting jobs for 6 months, 8 months, and otherwise? I mean, if you have a proper status, like for me, like my eventually long term goal is that I pay a lot of taxes here.
Exactly.
Like I
See, even in the US, getting a H1B is a pain, right?
correct.
There are only 20,000 for masters and more than 2 lakh just Indian students applying. And green card is taking 10 to 15 years.
Exactly. So that's a long
Yeah.
time, definitely. Like honestly, if someone would ask me, like not my goal for the next 2 or 3 years, but probably my long term goal is that once I probably have my citizenship here, by that time I would be in very senior role as well. At that point, if I get the opportunity in US, then I would not mind that because the same amount I'm getting in Canadian dollars, I'll be getting in US dollars.
Exactly. So that is what is a big advantage. So if you are a Canadian citizen, you can work in the US without H1B visa on a visa called TN. So yeah, so Canada, Mexico, US, they are a part of an ACTA agreement. And without H1B visa, if citizens of Canada can work in the US on the TN1 visa.
Yeah, that's what happened. One of my brother-in-law, my cousin brother-in-law, from Hyderabad too. So he got his master's done from University of Ottawa. Like he's a bit old. He's almost in his 40s. So he got his pharmacy master's done in University of Ottawa. That's like 15, 20 years ago. And then he moved to US because his family was in the US, and he was at H1B for so long. But he had his PR from Canada, which was expiring 2 or 3 years ago. And
that's
he was
good.
like, how is he going to survive in H1B? What happens if he loses his job? So what he did, he moved his entire family like within a month to Canada to complete the days that he wanted to complete for getting his citizenship. He has done that. He's a pharmacist, so he was working Shoppers Drug Mart here. And then he was pretty much paying all the money that he's getting in taxes, 20 to 35% in taxes. So he completed his citizenship days. He applied for it, and even oath and all that is taking along. So he had to stay here for almost 3 years, and all of that. And he's from Arizona, so the houses there are so cheap. He's paying for a like amazing house for like, the one that you're paying like, 3,000 or 4,000 rent in Mississauga. He's paying 1,800 for that kind of similar house in Arizona and Phoenix. So he got his citizenship, and then he had some employers and connections already in US because he worked there already.
You
So
work
he
there.
then
So
asked them to
exactly.
apply for a visa.
So that's good. Yeah. So guys, step by step, achieve your residency, and then you can look into other options. That's good.
I
Hello,
mean,
Ahmad.
so
Nice.
many like, once you have your PR and what do you say, like Canadian citizenship, so many doors open. Like I was seeing for another job recently. It was like a very, what do you say, like, very, what do you say, limited posted out. It was for some government service, and they clearly mentioned that you have to do clearance, which will be like a background clearance from the government. I don't know what exactly that would be. And plus that, it was mentioned that it's only for PR and citizens. So I mean, as I was saying that, there's so many doors that opens up once you are either a PR or a citizen.
Exactly.
So yeah, the opportunities are a lot.
That's nice. Sure. Thank you very much, Amar, for your valuable time and appreciate. And do connect with Umaji, and we'll take it forward from there. Okay.
Definitely. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. So guys, that was Amar. Just a short, from him. So just wanted to share his experience. This is not really marketing event, so just wanted to make sure that people get a real information from a real person and not somebody which is planned marketing event. So I see Sai here for some time, and then Shivam, and then Manishi here. Manishi, I think I've talked to you once, right? Yeah. So Sai, yes, please. Sai Kumar.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Sai. Yes, please. How are you?
Sir, I was, as you know already, like I was trying to apply for my LMIA, right? From my company. I need to know something information about that, but I would. Yeah.
See, so we know. So what I advised you is, I'm not into LMIAs and all the process out there. To be honest, we are so busy with what we are doing. But for IT professionals, so if you are an IT professional here in Canada, Sai, you can actually look into. I think I gave you this option, right? This is sorry. Yeah. So the global talent screen. So this is basically all the information is clearly given there, and you have to talk to your employer, HR, here. So what are the requirements? Eligibility for the global talent stream, talent occupations, global talent occupations list category here, B, and all the information, the processing fees, recruitment fees, third party recruiters, new employers, all the requirements are all clearly mentioned here. Okay. So this is a clear guide how to apply employment agreement, language, everything is here. All the information is clearly given here. So please connect with your HR and give this, and they will have to go through this. There are minimum salary requirements. There is global talent occupation list, right? Computer information systems, civil engineers, electrical and electronic engineers, mining engineers, aerospace engineers, computer engineers, mathematicians, statisticians, information system analysts, database analysts, software engineers. So all these positions are eligible under the global talent stream. This is a fast track program. And previously they were getting approvals in about 1 month, 1 to 2 months. Now here it is taking about 4 to 5 months. So provide this link to your HR and let them go through this. Okay. This is not something which I can explain you in 1 to 2 minutes. There is an extensive requirement, company revenue requirements, company efforts, how they have, their efforts, they try to hire people. What are the job requirements? What is your qualification? So there's a huge list of documents required from the company side. Okay, so have your HR read it and they will have a better picture. And there are many immigration firms who do assist with the global talent stream, but employer has to pay. They usually charge about $5,000 to $10,000 for the service.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Take care. Yeah, I think Shivam, anything you want to talk to Shivani, Shivam, or anything to ask me?
Yes, sir. I have a question about I have a question for you. So, sir, हमारा जो मेरा जो current वो है time to stay in Canada, it is till July 29th. Registration here. And so I want to know like what should be the right time to apply the spousal open work permit extension? Like
So I told you many times, we have discussed many times. What I would advise you is, if your wife has a full-time job, right?
yes, she has
In
an
any
internship.
not, yeah, not a full-time job, not internship, unpaid
Okay.
internship, nahi chalega unless you want to play a lottery with that. If she has a
Yeah.
full-time job, please go ahead and apply as soon as possible. So employment letter, confirmation that she's working, pay stubs if she has any, that is what is required to restore you for your status as a spouse open work, as a spouse open work permit holder.
Okay. Sir,
Okay.
can you please discuss with Megha? She has some questions.
Yes, please. Wait.
Yes.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, sir. So his restoration period is ending on 29 July. And I was thinking like, if I don't get a full-time job by then, so should we apply a tourist visa for Shivam so that he can stay here?
In theory, you can apply.
Sorry?
Yes, you can apply.
Okay. And then later it can be converted to permit whenever I find the job.
Yes, what you can write is, basically you can write an explanation letter saying that I've recently graduated. Unfortunately, I'm unable to find a job, full-time job as yet, which is a requirement. I would like to have my husband stay with me. We have the sufficient finances, right? And write an explanation letter and change it to visitor status. And once you find a job, you can apply for a spouse open work permit. I hope IRCC approves his visitor status, because, see, we can advise you the process, but again, we are not the decision makers.
So is there a
Okay.
possibility that they'll reject the tourist visa as
Yes,
well?
of course. Of course, there is always a possibility that it will reject if the visa officer is not convinced that financial ties, and this is a temporary visa.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
like we want to try our luck for work permit as well. Like I told you, my friend got it and IRCC is relaxed. They are giving extension, 18 months extension to spouses.
Give it a
It's
try,
just-
Betty. You know the risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Betty. Take care.
Yes, sir.
I hope it works out. I told you there's so many exceptions. IRCC does it. Might work
Yeah.
out for you guys. Give it a try if you want to take the risk, but you know the consequences.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Betty. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Manishi,
Good morning, sir. How are you?
मैं ठीक हूँ बेटी. How are you?
I am also good, sir. I just connected with Sandeep, sir, and I got to know he's in Montreal for now. So I just wanted to get to know your time. Last time we had a discussion regarding the financial document which you asked me to get from the Scotia Bank. So I have that ready, and one reference letter I got from my manager.
Sure.
Where
Let's
he-
connect after 12 o'clock. Just join the Zoom after 12 o'clock, and I will review the documents. Okay.
Sure, sir. I'll connect on this one. Thank you.
Okay, Betty. Take care. Bye. Nikita Bhatta. Nikita,
Hi, good morning.
good morning.
Hi. So I just wanted to understand, like I wanted to check with you about applying for my PR. I actually came into Canada last year, 2022, in May, but I had started my postgrad diploma in January. So first semester of my postgrad, I was in India because it was all remote. And I had moved to Canada in May 2022. After that, I just did one postgrad course over here. So it was a 1-year course. It got over in September. And after that, I got my work permit by Feb this year, Feb 2023. And I've been working under contract ever since, but I recently got a full-time job also. So I'm currently working 2 jobs, and I'm looking into applying for my PR. So I don't understand the process yet, or
Yeah.
what to do in terms
Okay.
of, yeah.
Okay, just give me a second, Betty. There is this OTP for one of the bank transactions coming in. Please
No
bear
problem.
with me. So what are you doing here, Betty? What is your current status now in Canada?
So I'm on my work permit, open work permit. I
You're
work
on
as
a, yeah, are you on a PGWP or SOWP?
PGWP.
Oh, PGWP. And where are you from in India? Which city?
I'm from Chandigarh.
You're from Chandigarh. That's nice. We have an office in Chandigarh. We started last year, Sector 42. Satinder is a manager, and we are looking to hire more people. Nikita, Betty, if you know anybody in Chandigarh looking for jobs, honest people who
What
are helpful,
kind of,
please let me know. See,
yeah, what kind of
counselor.
counselors? Okay, I'll let you know definitely. I do have a
Sure.
big circle in Chandigarh. I'm born and brought up there. Yeah, I'll check
That's
with
nice,
my.
Betty. Sure.
Yeah.
So what is you? So you are on a PGWP. Have you completed your 1 year? One
No,
year.
no, I haven't. I got my work permit in February 2023. My work permit expires in Feb 24. So I want to get done with the process, because I do understand that getting your work permit extended could be a hassle. So I was thinking of getting my PR application in before that.
So you studied only 1 year program, Betty, Nikita?
Yes, 1 year only.
Why did you risk, Betty? Okay. So unless
Yeah.
but if you have if you have a confirmed job, if you have very good English skills, you could definitely risk it. But IRCC, there's always surprises. We never know the draws, the CRS score, and what is happening. And when you go for a 1 year program, it is a very stressful situation, but it's okay. So when did you start your employment?
I started in March 2023. I work as a professor in a college, in a postgrad college. I teach IT courses, and I
That is
recently
very nice.
started. Yeah, and I recently started with as a teacher instructor role as well, in a full-time role. The previous one that I was doing, I'm still continuing. It was a contract role, but I thought that maybe for my
What do you
application,
teach, Betty, Nikita?
I teach IT courses. I teach
Like
cybersecurity, data analytics.
that is nice, because we work very closely with York University, and they have cybersecurity, they have data analytics for domestic students. Send me your resume. I'll try to connect with you. They have somebody in York.
Definitely, for sure.
Okay, so you started in March 23.
Yes.
And when are you completing your 12 months work experience? What
March
day?
24. I started March 6th, so that would be, yeah, March 6th.
March 6, 23, you started, and you're and when are you and when is your PGWP expiring?
February 2024. Feb 1st, 2024.
So you'll not be completing your work experience, Betty?
Yeah,
1
that's
year?
the challenge, that I have only 1 year of work permit. I got only 1 year of work permit, and only after that I could start my new
Why
job.
did you do? See, it's very difficult. Just give me a second. Hello. Hello. Yes. Good afternoon. Yes. Please send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll connect you with my team from Nigeria, and we can take it forward from there. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Same number, please. Yeah. Sorry. So that is very risky with you. Why did you do it? You are such an educated person, and yeah. So see, here the only option for you is to look into the provinces, which will give you a provincial nomination that will give you points, because without completing your 1 year work experience, you will only be eligible under the FSW. So what
Yes.
is your age, Nikita?
I'm 28.
You're 28, and are you married?
No, I'm single.
Not yet. Okay. And what is your IELTS score? IELTS or any English proficiency test score?
So I got like 8.5 in my IELTS when I did my education IELTS.
And what is your highest level of education back home?
I'm actually pursuing my master's remotely from NLSIU Bangalore. I'm doing master's in business laws, but I haven't completed it yet. I'm looking to complete it within this year, but it's upon me. I have a lot of work, so I've been delaying it, but I'm hoping to get it done.
Nikita,
And I've
that is
done electrical engineering as my undergrad, and I did project
okay.
management.
Okay. See, the best chance for you is because you have points for your Canadian education, you don't have points for your Canadian work experience. So here, in this situation, what you could do is basically one, right? Try to retake your IELTS and try to score, eight or higher, and you
Okay.
are definitely capable. That is the only thing which is going to help you, Nikita. Second, let's connect offline, Betty, later on. We'll have an individual meeting with you. Send me a message. This is my cell phone number.
Okay.
I'll
I'll
just
take
give it to you. And yeah, send a message to my cell phone, not to WhatsApp.
Okay.
I will connect with you offline and we can discuss. But you know, yeah, wish you had not rushed in going for a 1 year
Actually, I was
PGW.
not planning. I'm still planning on doing my MBA, and I wanted to do it from the States. So I just wanted to get an insight on what the Western world looks like. But now that I'm working here, I still want to, just continue
See,
working
the
for
problem, Betty, is in the
years.
US, you probably might have heard. See,
Yeah.
if settlement is what you're interested, Canada is an option. For non-IT professionals who are in teaching and who are not who are not in software development or IT jobs,
Yeah.
even with that, US only has about 80,000, less than 80,000 H1Bs,
Yeah.
right? And it is very difficult to get an H1B and also many years for the
Uh,
green card.
yeah, actually, I was working as a business analyst back home. I worked for 4.5, 5 years, and I was hoping to get into the same line over here also, project management, IT project management, or business analysis. But fate had it this way that I came across this teaching job, and that just continued. I'm liking it so far. I don't know how long I'm gonna continue it. I'm also
Yeah,
looking.
see, the path, Betty, here is not about your job. It is
Yeah,
more a long-term strategy, right? You are here not just to teach for 1 year and go back home, right?
yeah, that's true.
Right. So let's connect, and I'll try to looking forward. See, if you are able to let me look around and see what is, but if you're able to get a job here, and
Mm.
employer look for as a priority, let me connect you with one of my team members, Met. She's an IT professional. She's a business analyst,
Okay.
and she just did a final interview. She's a mature adult, 30 plus, and she's an IT professional, and she's also the regional manager for Philippines. She's going through some interviews. So if you're able to get a job in BC as a business analyst, you can
Okay.
apply for the BC PNP, and that is going to save you, give you an opportunity to, one, extend your stay,
Okay.
and two, get your PR.
Okay.
Alberta, BC are the two best options. Your job at just now is to keep your, expenses covered, but focus on getting a job in Alberta on PR. Even in BCPNP, if you get a job, if you have an acceptance letter, which is even 120 days when you file your BCPNP, you can still go ahead and apply for your extension, and BCPNP will give you a letter where you can extend your work permit with the federal authorities as well. Okay, so let's connect offline, and I'll see. Send me a text message.
Okay, for sure. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Nikita, take care.
Thank you.
Yeah. Akshit.
Hi, sir. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Akshit. How are you?
I'm good as well, thank you. So, sir, I have a question. I'm currently in Toronto, Ontario, and I have started working in November last year. So I kind of have a 7 months of experience as a senior BSA, senior business system analyst. My question is, am I eligible to apply in those category-based visa system or the category-based PR program that has just been launched?
So if you're looking at the category-based draws, right? See, very simple here. Just let me share you the link.
Sure.
So basically, what does it say, right?
It somewhere said like if you have 6 months of experience, you can apply.
6 months of work experience in 3 years, but you should also meet the requirements for all the other express entry programs.
Okay, yeah. So
For
that's
example,
where I was confused.
Yeah, so if you get a draw, okay, in express entry, then you should have you should meet the requirements for that. Right? So is your profession in any of this?
Yes, it's in STEM.
It is STEM. So you should have accumulated 3 years in the last 6 months continuous work experience. It can be in Canada, abroad, and you should also meet all the requirement in the instructions for that round. For example, if you're applying under the FSW, you should meet the requirements of FSW. If you meet a requirement in CEC, then you do it in CEC or PNP. So this is important. So what is your current CRS score, Rcic?
So I did not check it exactly, but it was coming out somewhere around 490, 495. I might be wrong on that, but with the best of things that I could understand, it was somewhere close to that.
That is nice. 490 is definitely good, Rcic. But you checked in, right? Let me give you I think if you look into, there is a video which I did to check your CRS score. I think I posted here, but let me. Yeah. So kindly request all the people to mute, please, if there's any background noise. Okay. So actually, this is the video just in case if you have any questions. There is this video which I did for
sure
to calculate your CRS score. If you are anywhere around 490, I think you should definitely start your. Have you completed your 1 year work experience or not yet?
Not yet, sir. Like I started in November of 28. So technically, I've just kind of completed 7 months now.
Okay, because see, if you apply under the FSW, then you will have to provide proof of funds. Students who apply under the CEC category are only exempt. And if you're applying under the proof of funds, if you, under the FSW, you have to show proof of funds. And here, for example, if you're a single adult, you'll have to show almost about $14,000. And here, the documents, if you look into it, the bank statement should include the account, the day account numbers, date the account was opened, current account balance, and average balance for the 6 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, sir, what do you recommend? Should I go for FSW or should I wait for
Do you have the money?
Completion I kind of have somewhere closer to it, but I don't want to go that way. So it's like I completed 7 months.
Yeah, there was recently one of our students, he got in FSW and unfortunately he did not he does not have an average balance, and I'm actually worried about his. He received ITA, he submitted, but his bank statement does not say the average balance 6 months because he did not have. He just dumped the money on there. So worried about it. So if you have the funds and you're able to show the 6 months bank statement, it should be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So your choice.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you, sir.
If you need any help with the immigration, I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Canada, pretty much straightforward process, but again, sometimes, issues, small mistakes that might be fatal. So if you need help, do reach out. We charge just about $1,500 for express entry. Okay.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, Akshay. Take care. Yeah. Shubham. Shubham. Roshan, I muted you. Let me talk to Shubham, then I can connect with you. Okay. Yeah. Roshan, are you outside? There's a lot of noise out there, Roshan. Background noise.
Hello.
Yes, Shubham.
Roshan sir, this is.
Yes, Roshan, tell me, please.
Hello.
Yes, Roshan.
Sir, actually, I want to study abroad.
Yes. So, Roshan, let me connect you with Gokul from our Mumbai team. Gokul, Roshan connected with me last night, but I couldn't pass the details to you, Roshan. Sorry. It was late in the night and I just got distracted and fell asleep. So, here, let me just connect with you. And Gokul, are you here, Gokul?
Yes, sir, I'm here only.
Yeah, Gokul. So this is Roshan. Roshan, let me share you Roshan's. It is so Roshan is 24 and he studied BSc IT 3-year bachelor's, right, Roshan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and graduated in 2019. Did you have any backlogs?
Yes, sir. I had completed.
But how many backlogs did you have?
It was around 6 backlogs, sir.
Okay, because some institutions limit the number of backlogs.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your current job? I see that you're working for 1 year, 6 months. MERN stack developer.
I have completed a course of a MERN stack developer. Currently, I am working as a MERN stack developer. Means as a software developer, I am currently working, sir.
Okay, that's good. So, any specific location you are interested here in Canada? Do you have any friends or relatives here?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So, any specific college program you have researched here in Canada?
I have searched for a program, I know, but I'm not yet. I'm a bit confused about the university.
Okay. What did you research, please?
I have searched for a MEM degree.
MEM degree, which university?
I don't know about the university, but I have got university like University of Alberta.
Okay, so universities most universities in Canada do not accept 3 years bachelor's. They require a 4-year bachelor's. Second, University of Alberta is one of the world's top research university. It is like Harvard and Stanford of Canada. Okay. So this is very, very important. Yeah. So what other, apart from University of Alberta, what apart have you have you researched?
No, sir, I have not searched anything more than that.
Okay. So see, for 3 year students, and especially if you have low academics, you have 67%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to study? Okay, do you want to study a specific technology like backend, full stack developer, or cloud operations, or cyber security, or web design and development? What do you want to study?
Actually, I was looking for a MEM course, sir.
So what is MEM course?
It's in Master in Engineering Management. It is a STEM degree.
Okay, so
By which,
if you are looking for engineering management, remember, see, you are a full stack developer. One, because of your academics, because you are a 3 year program, you will not get into any masters. Okay. Second, your academics are low for masters in Canada. So in Canada, the difference, Beta Roshan, is that Canada has a very interesting pathway, easy pathway for international students if you meet the requirements. Unlike US, we don't have the problem like H1B. In US, H1B, there is a quota of only 20,000 for master's students. We don't have such quota, right? Do you know how many people from US go to study? How many people? Just from India, more than 2 lakh, but there is only 20,000 quota for H1B. And for green card, it takes about 10 to 15 years. So in Canada, we don't have that quota. And if you qualify and if you work towards your PR, you can get your PR in 1 to 2 years. And universities in Canada are very competitive. You will not get in with 67%. You will have to look into colleges which offer different programs, technology programs. Okay, do connect with Gokul, and also, there is a Facebook group and also WhatsApp group. Join, take some research, connect with Gokul, and then you will understand. Okay. An engineering management program, I think one of my relatives also graduated from University of Ottawa, but they require 75 plus and 0 backlogs.
okay.
Okay, so remember the difference here. If you, for example, if you're looking into the US, compare, US has a cap. There are only, if I'm sharing you this link from the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Here, if you see, there are only 20,000 visas for master graduates. And on the H1B lottery, yes, this year, 2024 cap, the government of US received just for the total 80,000, around 80,000 H1B, they received 7,80,000 applications.
Yeah.
Okay, so connect with Gokul. Gokul, please connect with Roshan. I'll give you his number. Talk to him now, and take it forward. Give him some time to decide. And
I have posted my number as well.
Yeah, I'll give you Roshan's number as well.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I received.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Roshan, be in touch with Gokul from my team, and we'll take it forward from there. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Gokul, I'm giving you Roshan's number.
I received it, sir. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so guys, I am stopping the live stream, but we are here in Zoom all day for our CIP students. And if you are interested to, take services from CIP, paid services, please feel to join our virtual offers. And the Zoom free consultation is only till 12 o'clock. So thank you, guys. And